Hello everyone, welcome back to our video. We're at Perth station today, Saturday 7th of February 2026, and we have Bassendean, Ellenbrook Bassendean. Yes, today is another airport line tunnel closure for the whole day on a Saturday, which is really terrible. It's so stupid. The reason is ventilation system testing at Redcliffe station, and then you close the whole thing. It's so sad for the tourists. And now with the Midland line shutdown as well, we only have Bassendean and Ellenbrook services operating, which is so strange. Ellenbrook is the only full service running, and then 2 stops beyond Bayswater to Bassendean, and that's it. There's no other services except at night when they have the lower frequency and they run the shuttles. And the Ellenbrook line is through running to Claremont as it usually does. So that train right there is an Ellenbrook line train which already came in a few minutes ago, and now it's waiting for the usual departure time of the Claremont train in 4 minutes. So there's not really much to film right now, but we haven't had, there actually were quite a few of these, but usually it was on a Sunday, not a Saturday. Doesn't really make much difference, but there is the new 902 route now. I filmed it last time on the Grogan Road closure day, but it was at night. I guess I'll go take it one more time during the day. Under the newly renamed Keolis operator, no longer Path Transit, so we'll get on a Keolis bus doing the service, which is so strange, and go out to the airport and just see the train placement bus operation. There's that announcement as well if you haven't heard it.
This service stops at all stations to Bassendean.
See that pause? To Bassendean. But yeah, with the contactless payments introduced now, when they have these shutdowns, it's actually much better because people can now just tap on the bus instead of, because you can't buy a smart rider if the airport central is closed, but you can just tap on the bus. So we'll just do a quick look. It shouldn't be too long of a video, and then after that we will go over to Midland, I guess, to check out the progress, because we're about halfway through the shutdown now. So we're gonna have a quick look today. I'll do another little progress update a few days before by taking a Trans-WA train through, which will be really cool. Probably the Avon link from East Perth, because that can be a whole separate video, and then take the night prospector back. And yeah, so we'll just have a quick look. And I guess I could just make a bigger video, because there is other changes with the Galleria terminating CircleRoutes and the Fremantle changes with the traffic bridge closure, which closed on 1st of Feb, but today is my first day back in Perth since then, so I guess we can check it all out, because that won't be too big. And here's the announcement for the disruption.
Will be replaced by buses today between Bayswater and High Wycombe, transferring apologises.
Here's our Bassendean service at 12. And 35. Just get on. Also, while we're riding now, we actually have a few new ads to look at on the trains. So this is one of them. They've got this new one for the something not quite right, with an elephant in the room, with the common saying. That's pretty funny. And then we got the new how we're tracking poster, which now has a completely different design compared to the other seasons, or months, whatever. October, November, December 2025. Yeah, 67% of the Ashes crowd used transport. That's actually quite low. I honestly thought it should be like around 90 for Perth Stadium events, but okay. That's 1,147 average weekday boardings at the new Byford station. So that's pretty well used. 94% overall satisfaction. Contactless payments have started, and 90% of trains are running on time, which their classification is of on time is less than 4 minutes late, or maybe it's also including 4 minutes. So yeah, that number's been going down for a while, but I guess our network is expanding, or has expanded. And rail car shortages and stuff, but still 90 is not too bad. And then on the other side, we have the new Midland station poster. Yep. Which unfortunately looks like it was made by AI. IS 2069 is totally an Optimus, and then here it says 2869, like bruh. But good to see they put an A series on the ad, because there's always a C series instead. Anyway, let's keep going. There probably won't be any VIP trains, so for just Midland. Oh, it's there as well. Yep, so here we are now. I'm just going 2 stops. Absolutely terrible connection with both the Bassendean train and the Perth and Ellenbrook line train. The 902 is literally leaving right now. I don't know if it'll wait a bit longer, but it's just terrible. You have to take the Ellenbrook from Perth for a good connection. Well, that's how it always was, but I don't get why they time it like that, man. There's already a 10-minute gap between trains. Just put it in between that 10-minute gap. So. Anyway, here we are. Now, this is where just a few of the circle routes will be still terminating, going through Galleria, but otherwise almost every single circle route now terminates at Galleria bus station. So they've actually changed every single bus stop along the circle route, which is so crazy, the ones which say which route it is, which is most of them, to Galleria bus station. Continues from Galleria bus station to Fremantle station, and then it only has this now, which that's not really true. Why does it say continues? I mean, apparently some services do continue, but which means there is still full circle routes basically, but the Desktop doesn't say so. But most of them don't, so why would you put that? It doesn't actually continue. That's just fake news now. Anyway, there's the 902. Is that the one? It's not supposed to be there. It stands at the back, so I don't know. Beautiful Bayswater. Remember what this used to be? 2769. Let's see if it's got the Keolis sticker now. I hope it's this one, and he's gonna wait a while. So, oh, are they finally putting stuff in these shops down here? Oh my gosh, finally. Yes, look at that. They're finally putting. Is this already something? Yes, it is. Oh my gosh, that took so long. They have food here now. I don't think it's open yet, but that's finally, it took so long. All right, let's see this bus. Nope, this one still says Path Transit. But that's some of the last days you're gonna see that. It's gonna be changed to Keolis very soon. And it probably just left, so gotta wait 15 minutes now. And this is still here. This is from 2024. It's about to be 2 whole years and they still have that sticker there. Yeah. Wow, some really fresh new electrics here. 4103 on the 45. 41. This is the first time I'm seeing one, but they've already been in service for a few weeks. And it says Keolis or whatever. I was saying Keolis before, but I realized it's EO, so it's not. But there it is. This transport service is proudly operated by Keolis. Or I don't really know how you say it, I guess. God, that looks weird. Look at that. And there go the people calling an Uber, literally from the train replacement bus stand. Excuse me, why? Also, that's the bus lane, sir. Get out of the bus lane, please. Now the bus light's gonna go green, bro. Why would you do that? If you're already at the train replacement stand, just wait for the bus. It's not gonna be any different, except for going to Redcliffe, but... Bro... You're not supposed to go from that lane. That's the bus light, which is red. Anyway. And there goes the Ellenbrook train now, set 102. Oh, that's the one I took yesterday back from the airport. So that one now does connect well with the 902, which should come in a moment. Alright, so here we are in the airport. I actually never checked this sign before during a closure. I still don't get why there's a sign here and not like at the main entrance, when I guess the arrivals are here. But it's good that it has this. Trains are currently not operating from Airport Central Station. Train replacement buses are running to Perth from stop 27377, stand 1 outside Airport Central Station. I don't know why I have to say the stop number. That's kind of dumb, but good that they have that sign there. This sign is definitely very useful, so you can know the train departure times from here. Otherwise, it'll be really bad, you know, if you don't even know. So, anyway, it is obviously super slow. It takes like 50 minutes to High Wycombe, 45 maybe. We'll head back now. At least the Sky Bridge is open this time. The last time it was closed, everyone had to walk through the car park. Here are all the bubble buses operated by Skybus now. Since November, when Carbridge lost the contract. Now every single airport transfer bus is like this, except a very few electric ones that they have, which they only operated on a very limited timetable. But otherwise, the whole fleet is standardized to these buses now. Unlike the old Carbridge fleet, where every single bus was different. Now, I did try to make a video on that. I filmed a little bit, but then I wanted to get the other bus, and then I never got to go on it, and I still haven't gone on it, so once when I do go on it, I guess I can publish that video. But anyway, we'll head up now. I have a sign for the bus here as well. And we'll go on to the High Wycombe bound service and the service disruptions page there. Guess we'll just keep this. Right, so there's the closed station. You can just see the barricade there. So then of course you have to go down here. And then go over here. Now over here they have a very funny thing. They put a sticker on it, 7th February. They originally wrote Saturday 11th. What? 11th is literally a Wednesday. How'd they come up with that? Anyway, then you have to go here. This is all demolished now. Car park is coming along well. That's really stupid, right next to the train station, more parking. Anyway, here's our High Wycombe service. Just in time, 3504. And then it comes here to these new bus stands, and they do have the contactless payment information stuff here as well on the stands, so that's good. So here we are now on the 902 on the new section onto Royal Highway. The front seat was taken, so I'm not really filming there right now. It's okay, I did it at night, doesn't really make a difference. It's fine. It's not like it's gonna go away anytime soon with Grogan Road closed permanently now. Just heading over. And it's funny that this is genuinely the fastest way to Midland right now, considering how slow the 902 is to Bayswater, and then you have to take the 901 anyway. Even if the train was open on the airport line, it would probably still be faster to go this way. I mean, with the train to High Wycombe, then 278, definitely faster than going to Bayswater. 901 then Row Highway. And also funny with the road signs at the airport, I saw they actually changed where the direction of Fremantle is, just because of the Fremantle Traffic Bridge Closure. It's so funny, because now they want you to use Leach Highway and go all the way down, so they made it say to go left and go to Leach Highway instead of going right and trying to go onto Canning Highway where there's lots of traffic and any other way around there. So they had to change that just because of that. That's so weird, because of that one bridge, which we should head down there later just to see the new CircleRoute around there as well. But for now, going up to Midland. Alright, got to High Wycombe now. Just went past Forrestfield bus depot there as well, did a quick recording of it, that with the sign out the front now. There's 1692 on the service as well, future bus. But now, of course, we're waiting for 278 up to Midland, which is hourly incoming right now. And of course, just take the 270 if it's good timing, if you're trying to go to the city. And of course, there's people showing up, trying to get on the train and then going straight back to their car afterwards. Alright, here we are in Midland now, only 2 weeks from opening. Obviously the platform and everything's gone. I did put a video up of the demolition or what was captured. I did find that someone actually filmed the whole thing, but it wasn't a particularly high quality video. But I might as well link it in the corner if I remember. But otherwise, yeah, gone. They're doing well with the landscaping over there, with the trees, the paths at the back in. So that's good. So that'll be one option, to walk to the station, and then the other option is through this side, and they've put up the Metronet symbol on the station right there, which kind of looks really out of place, and it's hanging off the like where it's stuck to, which looks so wrong. See that? Really, it should have been all the way up the top there, and that black bit at the top. That would have looked so good. Where they put it, it just looks so off. Especially the circle of the Metronet as well, just like half hanging off in the top and bottom. Really doesn't look too great, but yeah. As you can see though, it's really not that far from the bus interchange. Like, the complaints were really unnecessary of people saying it's so far. Like, yes, you go up the footbridge, you go down, but then it's literally just past these trees and it's right here. So unless you're going all the way to the last stands, but that's just the reality of how they're making these bus interchanges. Yes, the car park is far away, but even better to discourage driving, I guess. But anyway, that's just a quick update here of the progress. As I said, I'll do a video of taking the Avon link through here, because it also has to deviate via the Woodbridge Triangle, since it can't go past Woodbridge Station, so that's very cool. And then also, obviously it's going from East Perth, which doesn't normally happen. But for now, just get back on the 901 again, yet another train replacement bus. This one is so much more efficient than the 902 though, so not really any complaints here. Just basically exactly follows the train line, very opposite to how the 902 is. And then we can just look at the Fremantle Traffic Bridge changes, including Galleria as well. Alright, so just got to Galleria now on the 355 from Bassendean. It was quite a perfect connection, and as you can see, CircleRoute 998 is waiting in the layover, and another 998 just pulled in over there and went into this row instead of into its usual row down there, as it's ending service here now. Thank you. See, dropping off down there, which is actually the 980 stand. And now he can go this, he can go back on 999, I mean. But honestly, it's quite confusing now, because basically what they've done is just made it like separate bi-directional routes between Fremantle and Galleria via either Murdoch or Stirling, right? But now it's like the same number in one direction for both of those sections, instead of it being the same number in both directions like every other transport bus route is, right? Because now it's like Fremantle to Galleria via Stirling. That could have just been 998, and then Fremantle to Galleria via Murdoch could have just been 999. Although some of the trips terminating at Bayswater would be a bit confusing then. I guess you could just say they're an extension. Although if you did that, everyone would probably be extremely confused with them being used to how it is, so I guess that wasn't an option, but either way, it's still confusing now. Another thing could have been to add letters to it, like 998A or B or whatever, since they do have X routes, so why not do A routes, you know? But I guess then that had raised the question of if Transperth is starting to do that now, and then that'd be confusing. Another thing would be just to make new routes like 996 and 997 for the other directions, but I don't know. Honestly, it seems like there's no good option, but it's really just really confusing. Now, there's a 998 starting service and a new, or is that the one we, no, that's not the one we just saw. See, so a new bus is coming in on the 998, 3574 to continue down to Fremantle via Murdoch for that service. So that one that came in stopped its route here, and now if you want to continue, you have to get off and then get on this one, which is now continuing. So that's how it works. Although, some people have been here on a weekday and seen that sometimes the same bus does actually continue after a short layover, which is exactly how it was before anyway. You would assume though that you'd get kicked off the bus, considering this is the official terminus, and then it starts basically a new route, even though it's still the same number, but even though it's going to a completely different place. So but yeah, but so they've even seen them stay on board, so kind of you can still get buses doing the full loop. There goes 998, and that's the bus that just terminated, right? So now it's going back on 999. See how they've done it? Like previously that never happened. A driver never did a 998 up to here and then a 999 straight back, but now they can do that. So that is actually really interesting, because this is practically the halfway point, right? So now that driver has gone from Fremantle up through Claremont and Stirling, come here, and now it's going straight back in the direction he came from, back to Fremantle, instead of going via Murdoch like they would have previously. So, okay. We're just gonna wait for the next batch of buses as well, because I think that 998 was actually extremely late. So there should be another one in a moment, just so we see if it's the same thing. But this is the Saturday operation. Today is a Saturday. On Sunday is very different for the circle routes, because it's actually half hourly on this section. It's 15 minutes between Stirling and UWA, and between Southlands and Fremantle. So that's also another really confusing thing. But and then on weekdays, of course, there's way more services, and as I said, there it has been spotted that some trips did the normal continuation anyway. Man, it's just Optimus buses here now, eh? Either electric or normal. Before, Galleria was such a diverse place. You literally got every type of bus. There were so many gas buses. There was NHs all the time. Then there was obviously the Arctics on the 950. And yeah, everything really. There's lots of future buses from Henley Brook as well. Now there's barely any, so kind of sad. Just got taken over by the Optimus, by the Optimi buses again, as every place in Perth has. And there we go, 999 already, another one, and 998. See, both buses were 10 minutes late. I don't know why, but even more, because now this is already the next batch of them. So without even pausing the video, they're here. 3588 coming in on the 998. And we got 2645 over there. Now this is not a Transdev bus, is it? Yeah, see, it's a Keolis bus. This transport service is proudly operated by Keolis. Please tell me how to say that properly. I was saying Keolis before, but yeah, as I said, the L's not there in the word, so it doesn't make sense. Keolis. And he's NIS now, even though he went to this row. And here's another bus. This one is Transdev, I think. Yep. But yeah, see, if the Keolis bus does it, it can now just go straight back to the depot from here. I mean, there were obviously Galleria terminating trips before, but not that many actually. There really wasn't many. And there's a Route 20 service, which is very scarce on a Saturday. And this guy's NIS as well, so quite confusing. So that's already two oh, why is someone still on it? Last stop, see, gets kicked off. Pretty sure. So over here we have 999 to Fremantle. Yeah, This is now the only place where both the 999 and the 998 stops say to Fremantle, right? Everywhere else, one of them says to Galleria. So, even at Bayswater, where some of the trips do actually continue through. So that's like the only time when that second part of the thing is actually correct, where it says continues to Fremantle. Otherwise, that's only referring to the route number continuing, not the actual physical bus continuing. Yep, getting kicked off here, so. Yeah, as you can see, I think on Saturday pretty much probably every bus does kick you off. On weekdays, there's a few services where you may be able to continue. That's why on the transport website, when they advertise the changes, they did say that you may have to change buses. And then when they released the timetable in the app, I thought that was dumb because every bus terminates here, but that's just according to the timetable. And then some of them occasionally continue anyway. All right, so that's it now. Now the final thing for this video, I guess I'll just put it all into one, but otherwise it'll just be a little short, tiny video, so might as well just make a long one, is to go all the way to Fremantle to check out the new route in the southbound direction on the CircleRoute and on the 107, which now doesn't continue as 995 anymore either. Since now the traffic bridge is closed and they can't turn right onto Canning Highway, they go all the way along Stirling Highway to High Street roundabout and run express to Fremantle Station via High Street then. The other direction is still normal, how it should be. It just goes via Queen Victoria Street, but then instead of going Fremantle Traffic Bridge, it just goes straight and onto Stirling Bridge, and then there's one new stop after that with it, which I showed in that old video anyway, so older video. Yeah, I guess we might still take it, but mainly it's the 999 service. Now, what is this Desto on the 20? What the hell is this? Mount Lawley. Oh, yeah. You know what that is? Oh, yeah. Wait a second, I completely forgot about that. ECU Mount Lawley is now shut down because they have opened the ECU City campus next to Perth Passport, and everything is moving to there. So Mount Lawley campus is now useless, which means like all the buses there are useless. What? Don't tell me they're not even going to change the timetable. Why didn't they change something? Maybe with the Midland station opening they could change stuff, but like half the 960s that terminate there are, I mean, I guess they still want that frequency, but like, yeah, there's that Desto now. They've actually changed it. I'm surprised they did. I really didn't think they would. But Bradford Street. But like what? The 20 is completely useless now. The only like use case of the 20 was people going from ECU Mount Lawley into these suburbs, then going to Galleria to connect to other routes. Now there's like no point. It's gonna be like the emptiest, most useless bus route. I actually completely forgot that all this is gonna happen. So, and then obviously the 406 as well. What's gonna happen to that? That's literally only operating on weekdays during the like uni hours. Like that's probably just gonna be withdrawn, which is gonna be a bit sad because it goes along there. But like, why was it even running during the why did these routes even run during the uni holidays? I never even thought about this, but it's so useless. No one is going there. They're all gonna be empty, especially 406 as well. I mean, I know it's a cool connection across, but really useless. And then all the short 960 trips. Are those Destos going to change or no? I guess that Desto doesn't have to change because it just said via ECU Perth. So then basically it meant like via Mount Lawley ECU and via Perth. But now you can just interpret it as via Perth ECU. So they don't really have to change that Desto, except for, wait, when it says terminates Mount Lawley, I think did it say terminates Mount Lawley or did it say terminates Mount Lawley ECU? I'm not sure, but we'll see if anything will change. I did hear there's going to be actually quite a few bus changes again with the Midland station opening, which is kind of surprising considering it's only 3 weeks after the major February changes, but I guess whatever. So yeah, that'll be interesting to see as well. Especially now you can also go to Perth Passport and see the new ECU City campus. It looks very nice now that it's finished, and the laneway through should be opening again. And also, the Queen Street exit from the Passport is going to open after like what is it, like 5, 6 or even 7 years of being closed now during the construction, the middle exit, so that's going to be very nice. Okay, so need to make my way down to Fremantle now. There is the 999, which I could just get on and go all the way, or I can go to the train line and then take a train, but I don't know. Honestly, I guess I can just get on the 999. I feel like it's not going to be much faster going any other way. Or should I take the MT20? Maybe we can take the MT20. Oh no, it already left. There's no one getting on. Whatever. There goes the 40 as well. 4093 on the 40 service. I think I'll just take the CircleRoute all the way. I was gonna go to the Ellenbrook line or whatever and then just get off at North Fremantle, but whatever. Less effort just going on one bus. There's that desto. Of course empty, especially on a Saturday. I don't get why this route even ever ran on a Saturday. And here we are now, terminated at Fremantle Station, about 13 minutes early, so that's the kind of over-exaggeration they have on how long it's gonna take. It's really exaggerated. There was literally zero traffic. Like for a Saturday, it's so useless to have that much padding on the timetable. Plus in between, we were waiting at the time stop so much as well, but that was cool to take basically the entirety of what the this section of the 999 now is, from Galleria to Fremantle. There's a few other funny things I saw at Queen Elizabeth II Medical Centre. They have a new sign now that says in caps, "No Arctic buses U-turning here." Like, Arctic buses do not U-turn. Like, just after the Children's Hospital. I guess they're getting jackknifed there. And then also on the signs along here, on the signs on the bus stops for the 107, it says operates express from something before Stirling Highway to High Street, because now it obviously goes onto High Street then, where the 502 and 915 are, but it runs express, so it doesn't actually stop anywhere. What the hell is it? Oh no, via that. I thought it said 2 there, no. And continues via there. Yeah, that's fine. But then we also have the 107. This one also says operates express, even though it's like barely any express. It's just obviously around the corner onto the new Stirling Bridge, which is really dumb that it says that. Now at that intersection, they have banned going straight on Canning Highway as well, except for buses, so that 910 can still go there. But it's supposed to be buses aren't allowed to, but I literally saw tons of cars doing it, especially since it's like no traffic. It just seems so useless why you would not be allowed to go straight. But they're just really trying to mitigate if there is traffic in the future. And you obviously can't turn right from Stirling Highway onto Canning Highway, which is why it has to go down to High Street. So lots of traffic changes around there for that. As I said, quite exaggerated everything for the moment, especially in the weekend, but I don't know, might get worse in the future. And yeah, that ban on going straight is just so funny. Like, no one's following that. It's so dumb. And also, of course, the train replacement 906 is gonna have to go via that route as well. So they did actually install new rail signs all along the route via High Street. But then also there's this over here. Now I don't know if this is just some dumb mistake or if this is actually real, but look, there's a brand new sign here with rail 906 straight, which oh yeah, so that's the inbound 906 coming out of High Street to Fremantle station. It goes straight. Obviously when it goes outbound it just goes left in there, so that's why. But there's rail 916 left. What is this transfer? Another new thing. An extra rail replacement route for the Fremantle line. I wonder if this is because if they ever do a closure, they don't want like even more traffic with the buses going up, especially if there's like a sudden closure on a weekday. So they have 916, which, well, what could it be? I guess fully express to Perth via Leach Highway, something like that, or maybe just going to the Mandurah line. But that is really interesting, and I really want to see what that is. So the next time there is a scheduled shutdown, maybe it will be a weekday only thing, maybe not, but we'll see. The next time there's a closure, we'll get to see what that 916 is, if it's not just some dumb mistake. Okay, now I'll just get the 998 back up, just across the Stirling Bridge again, and also so you can see properly the funny straight ban. But the thing is, like, all the cars follow the rule that they can't turn right onto Canning Highway, right? Because there's a no right turn sign, it's clearly illegal against the road rules, and they follow it. But with the one going straight, it's just a yellow arrow on the ground with no signage, and then that they don't follow. When they see the yellow arrow, they're just like, I don't care, and they just go straight. Because, like, do we even have a sign for no going straight? No, we don't. We have a sign for turn right only, I guess, though, so that's what they should put there. I didn't see if there was one, but it should say right only except buses. But it, like, that should be during peak hours only. It should say like right only except buses, like 7 a.m. to 10 a.m. or whatever, and 3 p.m. to 6 p.m. weekdays, not on the weekend when it's literally empty and has zero effect. So just wait for a service now and yep, head up. That 999 was honestly really fast. Like, it was still well over an hour, like almost an hour and a half, but it just felt so efficient for some reason. And we kept waiting at time stops then because he was so fast. Alright, this bus is like 18 minutes late right now. The 407 service hasn't even shown up. Neither is the 422. Now it's 425, but finally. Alright, there we go. Just took it across. People use the new stop, which is nice to see in the other direction before as well. But yeah, I don't get why literally no one is following, then you're not allowed to go straight. That's like a road rule. They changed the signal. It's now a bus light, like B, and goes white, and it only goes white for about 3 seconds because it's only supposed to be for 1, 9, 10, you know, or 111, or 158. Does that go there? Yeah. So, or 148, whatever. But I'm just saying, like, it's only supposed to be for a bus and just everyone's going across. They should put someone there, just like they do at Cedric Street in Stirling, where they're stopping them from going straight except the buses into Stirling Station. It should be the same there, because that's just so dumb that no one is following it. Like, I know the traffic's not that serious, but a road rule is a road rule. You see a stop sign, you stop. You see a red light, you stop. Even if there's no one. That just really annoys me. Or at least get a police officer there and start handing out fines. Oh, the money you'd make. But anyway, that's pretty much it now. This video is again extremely long because I combined so many things into it now, but that was like my entire day. Going up and down the city to see everything going on. I'm not going to be here in North Fremantle and I can go back on the train. Enough buses after all that. I literally went from Midland to Fremantle by bus. I'm not even joking. Like, obviously train replacement, and then 355 and then 999. So, pretty crazy. And now it's already been over half an hour since I got to Fremantle, actually even more, 40 minutes since I got to Fremantle before, because that bus was so late. That was actually the next service already, and the one before that I was waiting on that was so late didn't leave until 3 minutes after that service, but then it obviously would just skipped everyone because it was already so late. But they always have the FTZ in there like that. Anyway, and then it went past everyone, and then even got past our bus and still skipped people, which was kind of unfair considering they're already waiting for 20 minutes, but I guess he was trying to get back in schedule, so. But yeah, the other changes that came into effect with this is obviously the free transit zone in Fremantle, which I haven't really tried out yet, but not that I would see anything considering I probably already paid the day rider today, but that's one other thing. And the school special services, which now run the new school specials express up to the schools over here, which I'm probably not going to go look at, but Justin did last week while I was still away, and he filmed them. So, because he did film every school special before, and he made the whole video, and now these 3 additional ones came into it. So I'll just insert his clips now. But that's it from me for this video, and you can just see the school specials, and then that's it. I'll leave you here with A series set 35 and 12. Actually, isn't this the one we saw at the start of the video? I think it is. That is pretty funny. That is a whole loop around back to the start of the video when we saw this coming into Perth, and now it's come here from Bassendean, probably already gone up and down like 3 or 4 times in all that time. So, and my train's coming. Bye.
Yeah, but we have 3 new school specials. I mean two new school specials, and 1 old one that continues to run for this Fremantle Bridge shutdown school specials, which is the 700 from Fremantle College to St Hilda's schools, 701 to the Iona presentation in Iona schools, and 705 which goes to Presbyterian Ladies College, all express from Fremantle. So now 701 in the past was actually all stops all the way along this road here on Stirling Highway, but now they also changed that to express both directions, because in the past 701 was all stops towards the school in the morning and express in the afternoon back. So, but let's see whether they did depot change, because 701 in the past was actually run by Rockingham. After a 548 or 549 that continues, which is really weird, but let's see it. We already walked all the way down here. So, but I already tracked the 700 and 705. Both are just Fremantle buses doing it, so let's just wait for them to cross over. Oh my god, this traffic is absolutely miserable. What's the point of even making new school specials when it's like this? Honestly, I want to say is, if they actually run the school specials from North Fremantle Station, that's going to be way more useful. Instead of actually doing this. So bad. Alright, let's wait for the 700 to cross over, because it's going to cross very soon. It's 35.69 on the 700 and 26.53 on the 705. I didn't check the 701, but we'll track it later on. Well, my phone doesn't work well when I zoom in, but I'm gonna show you how bad that is. That is so bad. I just continue to walk down 700, crossing the bridge. Finally, it got stuck at the intersection for over almost 10 minutes. I'm not joking, it's almost 10 minutes. It finally made it across the bridge. It departed at 7:40, it went to the bridge intersection like 7:45, and now at 7:55, it finally started across the bridge. We should be able to see it. Wait, is it just a coach? No, it's definitely not. I definitely tracked 3569. Because there's a coach as well. Like, what the hell? Everything is just like screwed up here. Seriously? Wait, actually I think it's right there. Hang on. Okay, I further walk down and I think our bus is coming in. Earlier on was St. Hilda's Senior Campus via St. Hilda's Junior Campus Express service. Here comes 705. There's 701. See the change of destos. And it is run by Fremantle. There that goes. No more Rockingham. Well, that's all three of the school specials. And the desto was, if you didn't see it clearly, Iona Junior Campus via Iona Senior Campus Express service. So pretty cool. Before it just says Iona presentation on the desto. If you go back and check out that school special video that I did, so remember to go check that out.